of Hey guys, it's your girl Lolo Jones, and if you are watching this video, you'll know that I'm new to YouTube, so make sure you like, subscribe and share. Today's video, I thought I would give you guys a bit of background on me, and also just give you some big chop tips, and if you're considering the big chop or you're in the process, just a bit of inspo. So yeah, let's get to it. So before I get started, I'm gonna give you guys a bit of background info about my own journey. So in September 2016, I decided to big chop. I did this for a number of reasons, because transitioning, number one, I just hated it. Like, I'd been natural, wasn't really taking it seriously, had loads of heat damage, and then decided one day, oh, I want to be a natural girl. And when you've got heat damage and like you can't have certain hairstyles that you want, like I wanted a really nice curly fro, but then the straight ends weren't permitting it, and it was just like, no. Secondly, you know, I just graduated from uni, so I was like, look, I need to change up my style. I've been bumming it out in the library in final year, so I need a new look, new me. Just come out of a relationship again, similar thing, like new me, changed my life. And to be honest, I actually bumped into my ex after I big chopped, and he was like, damn, you changed your hair? And I was like, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, for those reasons. Also backpacking as well. I went backpacking after uni, and I was like, I don't want to have hair. I don't want to deal with it. I want to explore the world and not have to worry about, are my curls popping, or are my edges laid? Like, I just thought, let me just cut my hair off. And to be honest, I didn't really have any anticipation. I'm the type of person that, like, if I say I'm gonna do something, once I've made up my mind, I'm doing it. Me and my sister were like this, so I told her and went to the hairdressers, and then big chopped and dyed my hair blonde. But yeah, that's basically a bit about where I'm coming from and why I had big chops. So yeah, let's get straight into a bit of tips, a bit of advice. So my first point is accept that it's going to be a change and also a challenge. It's not going to be easy. So when I say change, you're used to having longer hair, you're used to your hair being maybe in weaves or braids, and then all of a sudden you cut your hair, and you do look different, but at the same time you learn to work with it, you get used to it. And I think that short hair actually really brings out beauty. So don't be afraid to have like short hair or feel like you need to overcompensate with makeup, because it's who you are, it's natural. And I think that is so beautiful. When I had my short hair, like, I was really, hey, I was about it, because it was just like, well, this is the new me. I even bought some new clothes just to swag it out. So like, that's another point. If you feel like you want to maybe change it up or switch up your look, this will be a good opportunity, because you've got a new hairstyle and any excuse to buy clothes. I mean, who wouldn't want to buy clothes? So yeah, just accept that it's going to be a change. Challenging, I would definitely say I didn't know what I was doing at first, and to be honest, there's still days when I'm like, I don't actually know what to do with my hair today. But I always used to go on YouTube, I always used to go on Instagram just for inspo, advice, following bloggers who have recently big chopped. I think those are the types of things that will really help you throughout your journey. Secondly, I would say experiment. I experimented with color. So I had blonde, ginger, also just different lengths. So I'd have the top slightly longer as it grew out, and then the sides shaved. That was fun. I just felt like I big chops anyway, so I might as well just experiment. I'd always wanted color, and I knew that like I would cut my hair off anyway once I really wanted to grow it back and just start again. So it was a good time to just experiment. And also, I would say, if you are going to have color, make sure that you are obviously deep conditioning, doing regular trims to make sure you're protecting the health of your hair. And secondly, whilst you're experimenting maybe with styles or colors, also experiment with products. So for me, I just used to go on YouTube, follow my favorite bloggers, making sure I was kind of up to scratch with different products that they were using, just so I could perfect my technique in wash and goes, know what types of products work for me. So when I started, I realized that gels are really good for my hair because it's so thick. So I used to use Miss Jessie's, Coily Custard, just loads of different things to experiment. And I would say through experimenting, that's kind of helped me to understand a bit more about my natural hair and what works and what doesn't work. So it's a really good opportunity for you to learn. Then we've got styling. So I tended to just rely on wash and goes. It was easy in the mornings, just kind of get up, wash my hair, go. As it did get longer, it did take a bit longer, which is when I decided to move on to protective styling. But with regards to styling as well, you can experiment with perm rods, just loads of different things. I found that because I was really comfortable with wash and goes, it was easy if I was going out or if I was doing something, it would be easy instead of having to worry about what am I going to do to my hair, how's it going to turn out. So if you do find that you've got a technique and you know how to manage your hair whilst it's short, I would definitely say just stick to it, because there's no point in trying loads of different things and it not turning out good, and then you're getting upset and then wondering why you big chopped in the first place. So sometimes stick to what you know. Lastly, we've got protective styling. So protective styling was a really good way for me to put my hair away during them awkward length stages. I'm talking when it was that little like afro-y, can't put in a hairband, can't do much with it. I just wanted to put my hair away. So I used braids, wigs. I had braids all summer, and then moved on to wigs, and you know, treating it and washing it in between protective styling. I think that is a really big factor as well. Don't just put your hair away, make sure you put it away and look after it still, because it's still your hair at the end of the day. But it's nice because you kind of just don't really have to worry about your hair. I mean, wigs are still high maintenance, but when you want your hair to kind of just grow, put it away for a few months, and then you'll definitely notice the length difference. Thank you for watching my video, guys. I hope that I've encouraged you if you're in the process of big chopping, or if you've big chopped and you wanted a bit more information. Like, subscribe, and comment below if you've got any questions, or if you want me to post on anything. Just give me a shout on Instagram.